Alright guys, so today we're going to try and do something a little bit different. This was actually an idea from one of you guys. Sorry, I do not remember who exactly it was, but they had an idea that it would be kind of neat to see one from PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and then kind of stack them up against each other and grade them, I guess, and see who did it best. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We do have a PC track, PlayStation, and Xbox One, and what I did was I went to the newest video of Does Your Track Suck and chose random tracks from there. So this may be just a one-time video. Let me know in the comments if you do enjoy this and want to see more. Leave a like. Lets me know that you do want to see it continue. Otherwise, it's a one-time video. But yes, if we do continue it, leave your very best, okay? Your very, very best track in the comments down below. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And if we do another video, I will, I guess, choose 3 random tracks to use them for the next video. So let's jump into this, starting with, let's start with PC. Okay guys, so here we have the first track. This is Carbon SX2 by Jensen. We are on the PC for the first track here. And I'm going to do 2 laps at each track just so you can kind of see it. And if we didn't hit the right lines, you can see us hit hopefully a better line on the first or second lap. Just to kind of show the track off a bit better, I feel like that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, if you're just casing everything like like we do a little bit on this lap, it doesn't really do the track justice, I guess. So yeah, we're starting on PC here. I don't have necessarily a set list of things that I'm always gonna look for, but obviously a very important thing is originality. How well does the track flow and how good is the layout? How difficult is it? How technical does it are the rhythm sections and stuff like that? You know, obviously a track of nothing isn't going to be as good, in my opinion, for what I like to see, as a track that has a lot of fairly tough rhythm sections. So it just kind of depends, you know, what I'm going to give it out of 10 isn't necessarily what you're going to give it out of 10, but it's based off of what I like to see, and then you guys decide the winner in the comments. So my opinion is just one. You guys are the ones that will ultimately decide who is going to win this. So yes, this track by Jensen. All the tracks today were really well done. I was really happy with all 3. There wasn't any that I felt like weren't good, but when it came down to it, there was 2 that were really, really close for me. And this track had a really awesome layout. It had some really tough sections. This section right here coming off of the start, getting onto the table is easy, but then to triple and then hop on, hop off was kind of tough. And this was actually tough too, because it was almost like a wheel tap. And it was really easy to miss it, and then you can see we didn't hit that section the right way. So very tough. I do like that he threw in that raised corner so you could take the inside, because I know a lot of people don't really use that. So that was, I mean, the track had a few, it's not like it had anything that I'd never seen before, but overall the layout was really well done. It had a really good flow. It had some really tough rhythm sections. I mean, I never even really got this back rhythm section that well, so it definitely had some tough spots. I did enjoy the whoops, but I do feel like it was a little bit of a waste having a really, really huge, long whoop section, because usually it's fairly easy. So out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I feel like it's a very solid track and just a really good layout. So 8 out of 10 for PC. We're moving on over into, I believe, Xbox. Alright guys, so we're switching on over to the Xbox here, and this is GTOAT by Kyle. Now, we almost didn't do this video because I was fighting with the Xbox really, really bad. It kept trying to sign me out. Like every minute, it was signing me out constantly, and then it was having trouble synchronizing my progress, and I couldn't connect to the milestone servers to get a custom track, to get online and find a custom track to download. It was just like this huge headache, and we almost didn't get it done. And then all of a sudden, randomly, it worked. I was able to download Kyle's track, and here we are. So thank goodness it worked, so we could have all 3 platforms in this, and I know there's Switch, but I don't have a Switch, so I'm just counting the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the PC. So yes, this track was really well done. I already said that I felt like all 3 tracks were really even. They were all very close. The layout of this track was really well done. The flow was awesome. I mean, nothing you were over jumping really bad, nothing under jumping really bad. You had to have some throttle control on that rhythm section right before that Supercross triple. That was my favorite part because the quad in the middle is super tough. You have to hit the triple in just right to be able to even get that. This triple was kind of tough too. If you didn't hit it just right, you could not get it. And the double here, you had to have a bit of throttle control and not over jump it. Otherwise, you couldn't get the triple and then the triple out over the dragon's back. Now, I do feel like you used the double table, the pre-made thing right here a little bit much. I mean, we used it, how many times did we see it? 3 times? 2 or 3 times. I mean, it worked really well there. I'm not saying it didn't work really good. I just feel like maybe it could have been used. You could have done something a little bit different instead of just using one of the pre-made sections, and it's always like a triple over and then a triple out, you know what I mean? It didn't vary too much, so would have been nice to see a little bit different there. But this section right here was awesome. I loved it. I really love this section. It was really tough. As you can see, we didn't even get it there, so there's a few different ways to go about it. And out of the 3, I feel like this was probably the easier of the 3. But again, overall, it was really well done. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and we gave the PC version 8 out of 10. I just feel like the difficulty of this one was a little bit lower, but overall, Kyle, really awesome. So 7 out of 10 for the Xbox. Alright guys, so here we are on PlayStation. This is Forbidden by David, and it is on the PS4. And this track had a really awesome layout. It had, for me, probably the best layout out of all 3. It doesn't mean it was the hardest track. I would say the track that had the toughest lines or rhythm section was probably PC. There was several sections there that I just really had a hard time getting through, and that's why I loved it, because it was probably the most challenging. Now, this track did have its fair share of challenging sections, one of them being right here. Doubling in and then trying to triple out was really tough. Now, I do know that he did say in the comment when I grabbed his track, he did say he played a lot with spacing, trying to be a little bit different there, and this track did feel a bit different. This line right here was really tough. It was really tough to hit that triple because the track was a bit smaller already, because he put that offset line sweeper thing there to make it a bit tougher. So overall, that line was really hard to get. This line was really tough, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't the hardest track, but it had the most fun layout, and it had the best flow for me out of all of these tracks. I feel like this is the one that when I was doing laps, it was just like lap after lap after lap. I was really enjoying the flow. Once you got into that flow, things just kind of click, you know, they just work really well. So overall, really good job, David. This was, for me, the best track of the day. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10, David. This track was fire. It was really close between PlayStation and PC. Like, it was super close, but when it came down to it, the flow and just the overall feel of this track was, in my opinion, a little bit better. But yeah, all of them were really well done. Don't feel like, if you came in 3rd place, don't feel like you weren't really well done tracks. It's just, for me, this is the one that I enjoyed most. So yes, 8.5 out of 10. PlayStation wins today. Now, don't think that I love PlayStation more than anything. I actually play on PC more than anything, and PC is my preferred platform. So yes, if you guys want to see another episode, leave your tracks, your name, what platform you're on in the comments down below, and make sure it's your very best track so you can represent your console to the very best that you can. So Let me know. Leave a like if you want to see another episode. Let me know in the comments if you want to see another episode as well. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.